Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news in the swirling world of NFL rumors and trade chatter. One name that's been buzzing around the league lately is Tristan Wirfs. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you might want to sit up and pay close attention, because there's a serious possibility that Wirfs, the Buccaneers' star offensive tackle, could find himself donning Dallas blue sooner rather than later. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this just another rumor? Well, I'll tell you, the NFL offseason is a time for bold moves, and this one could be a game changer not just for the Bucs, but for the Cowboys' entire Super Bowl window. Let's back up a bit and look at what's fueling this speculation. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, sitting at a 7-5 record, are in a tricky spot. They're fighting to stay relevant in a crowded NFC playoff picture, but their offensive line has taken some hits, especially with injuries to key players like Godek and Mauch. While Tampa's defense has been pretty solid, giving up around 1 points per game, their OL depth is a concern. That's where the rumors about Wirfs come into play. NFL.com buzzes suggest that Tampa is willing to listen to offers, especially considering they're sitting with a cap space of around $10 million and a long-term outlook that might push them toward a rebuild or at least a salary cap reset. Now, why would the Cowboys be interested? Well, for starters, Dallas's offensive line has been a bit of a roller coaster this season. After Dak Prescott's ankle sprain, the pocket has been more of a revolving door than a fortress. The inconsistency in pass protection has become one of the main issues hampering the offense. Adding a player of Wirfs' caliber would be a seismic upgrade. He's widely regarded as one of the best blindside tackles in the league, a true titan at the position, capable of dominating against the league's best pass rushers. Since entering the league as a first-round pick in 2020, Wirfs has been nothing short of exceptional. Over his career, that's 6 seasons with 85 games played, 4 Pro Bowls, and a PFF grade of 90. 2 overall, that's elite production. He's allowed just 18 sacks across his career, and in 2025, despite some injuries this year, he's still been effective in the 9 games he's played, earning pass block grades of 88, 7 and run block grades of 91. 4, all while maintaining discipline with 0 holding penalties. What makes him such a perfect fit for Dallas? Well, he can be the anchor for the O-line that the Cowboys desperately need. With the team's current struggles in pass protection, especially considering the injuries to the offensive line, bringing in Wirfs could stabilize that entire unit. This would not only give Dak Prescott more time and confidence to operate, but also open up more opportunities in the run game. Pollard, with his 4.0 yards per carry average, could see even more daylight to hit those big runs. Plus, improving the offensive line's consistency could elevate Dallas's third down efficiency, which is already trending upward from 39% to around 46% with the addition of a player like Wirfs. That kind of upgrade is huge, especially in the playoffs when every possession counts. Now, the trade itself is intriguing from a cap and value perspective. The Buccaneers are reportedly asking for a 4th-round pick in the 2026 draft in exchange for Wirfs. That's a relatively modest price for a player of his caliber, especially considering his youth and proven performance. Tampa, on the other hand, could use the cap space freed up, about $12 million, by trading Wirfs to bolster their defensive front or other areas of need. It's a move that makes sense for both sides. Tampa gets cap relief and a draft pick to help build for the future, while Dallas gets a cornerstone protector for Prescott and a potential franchise-changing piece. But let's not forget, the Cowboys are also sitting at 6-5-1, and their offensive line has been leaking pressure, allowing 28 sacks this season. That's a significant number, and it's putting a strain on Dak's ability to perform at his best. If Dallas can add Wirfs, it would be a clear signal that they're all in on winning now. The impact would be felt immediately. His presence at right tackle or even left tackle, depending on how the team arranges their line, could elevate the entire offense. Not just in pass protection, but also in the run game, where Dallas has been trying to establish more consistency. Wirfs' ability to open lanes and hold his ground against the league's top edge rushers would be a massive boost. And speaking of the bigger picture, the Super Bowl odds are starting to shift. Currently, the Cowboys sit with plus 6,600 odds, but with a move like acquiring Wirfs, those odds could shorten dramatically, especially if the team solidifies their line and improves their overall play. The NFL playoffs are a different beast, and one key upgrade can make all the difference. Wirfs' addition would serve as a kind of domino that could set off a chain reaction, turning Dallas into an even more formidable contender. His track record against edge rushers is impressive, with a 92% win rate versus opposing edge defenders. That consistency is exactly what the Cowboys need to push through the postseason. Now, looking ahead, if this trade goes through, it's not just about immediate impact. It's also about setting a tone for the franchise, a statement that Dallas is committed to building a dynasty. With the offensive line bolstered by a player like Wirfs, the team's offensive identity could shift towards a more balanced attack, giving Dak Prescott the protection and time he needs to make those big throws downfield. It's about creating a sustainable, championship-caliber unit that can compete with the best of the best. And considering the recent history of the Cowboys, with multiple playoff appearances and a Super Bowl victory back in 1995, fans are always craving that next shot at glory. This kind of trade could be the piece that puts Dallas over the top, especially if they can reassert dominance in the NFC. The Buccaneers, for their part, are probably weighing their options carefully. They're in a bit of a crossroads, trying to decide whether to push for a deep playoff run or start rebuilding with an eye on the future. Trading Wirfs makes sense if they believe they can get good value and if they see the opportunity to reset their cap space. The NFL is all about those strategic moves, and Tampa could be positioning themselves for a rebuild or at least a retool. But for the Cowboys, this could be the kind of splash move that not only addresses their immediate needs, but also signals a clear intent to contend for a Super Bowl sooner rather than later. And let's not forget, the NFL offseason is notorious for surprises. Rumors swirl, deals happen quickly, and sometimes the most impactful trades are made behind closed doors. If this trade does materialize, it would ignite the NFL community and definitely send shockwaves through the NFC. Dallas fans, you know how much the team needs that extra boost on the line, the confidence, the stability, the elite talent that Wirfs brings. It's a move that could define the team's trajectory for the next few seasons, turning a good squad into a true contender with championship aspirations. So to wrap it up, this potential trade is more than just a rumor. It's a statement. A signal that the Cowboys are serious about stacking their chips and making a real run at another Super Bowl. The addition of Tristan Wirfs could be the missing piece that helps Dallas finally get over the hump and bring that sixth Lombardi home. Fans, keep your eyes peeled because this story isn't done yet. And if it happens, it'll be one of the biggest offseason moves in recent memory. The Cowboys are building something special, and with a guy like Wirfs on the line, the sky's the limit. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Wirfs is the kind of player that could push Dallas to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and if this deal goes down, it could be the start of something truly special in Dallas. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, go Cowboys.